Hey guys. Yeah, back to casting. So we are keeping up with the casting games from the Discord of PNT, the submissions there. The idea, I think I'm going to call the playlist. I think I'm going to name it Gallery of the. I forgot the exact phrase, but there used to be a special gallery in the second half of the 19th century where they would put the paintings that were not received by the economy in France. So I think I'm going to name it something like this, because the idea is that like 99.99% of the game submissions, they are never going to be watched by TNT, let alone commented, casted. So I want to change that. So that's the idea. So I think this one. So last time we casted a game which was it was a LEL game, like 800 elo if I remember correctly. It looked like this, though both players were really combative. I think this one is like 1100. It's going to be on Baltic. The game is it looked interesting from the Discord description. So we're going to see that Indas PiLLow versus Haudegen. Sicilians versus Lithuanians on Baltic. I like this map. Lithuanians is a bit special on Baltic because they don't really have any water bonus. So we're going to see if they are good in controlling the land or stuff. And the Sicilians are, I would almost say, an obvious pick on this map, but on the other hand, they have this bonus for water, but aside from this, actually they don't have anything else for water. I'm trying to think about the characteristics. Wait, so there are two relics here? Ah, okay, yeah, the last one's here. So it's going to be crucial to control this area by land, because it's they are pretty close in this direction, whereas they are very far from each other here. You have to control both the water and the land, so it's really this area that is going to be crucial. So yeah, already we can see that this is not the same level as last game. So
Ordini.
yeah. Sorry for the players of that game. There are only 5 villages here though. That's a bit strange. Oh no! So it makes sense to really capitalize on wood and make sure that you can build a fishing ship quickly enough, but I'm afraid that blue might be struggling at some point with food, because it does take some time to get the food from the water. It's safer to just go for the classic 6 villages on the powder holes. Okay, I'm going to accelerate a bit because it's not going to be very. Okay, see the dock. Red should be able to build a dock themselves. I mean. We don't see that. Okay. This dock is pretty good. Yeah, that's good. Though there's nothing much left after that, but this dock is very different from this one because it's going to be very useful for the water battles. Because it's really going to be about controlling this area. That's If I think further about the matchup, the lates can be very interesting and can very like defeat both great units from the Sicilians, those cavaliers and surgeons, with their great attack. But then they do need the castle. Well, I guess with the I guess just the Cavaliers are also going to be great for the Lithuanians, but I think the matchup is pretty even in this regard. But I think that the Sicilians have more options. So as long as I think it's my own modest view, but I think that as long as Haudegen, as blue, can manage to control the area, to be defensive, in the longer run he should have the higher hand, I think. That's my opinion. In any case.
Salutamo.
Salutamo. They're taking some time to go and wall the sides. That's one of the most crucial thing in this, like, not walling your base here, really walling in the sides, and they know. Yeah, that's because. Okay, it's good to push here, but I think that's a bit too much. Like, red is really slow on scouting. Well, so is blue, to be fair. That's very strange. In this situation, you want to build the MEL early enough, and so you can just push the deer to the MEL here instead of having to push it to the TC. But maybe it's also that blue forgot about his scout. That's very slow. Like, that is very bad. They really need to reorganize the place. They need better reconnaissance. And also red is a bit slow in making the fire ships. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is, but that is interesting. One thing which I appreciate from blue is that there is very little food burning here. Food wasting. So that is good. Okay, what? But you know, red, if you had done better reconnaissance, you would not have needed this. Because you can just walk. Like, there's no need to build a transport ship, in fact. You don't even know where to go to, so the villages are idle, and this damages your economy. Yeah, but that's from both players. It's total random guess. That makes no sense. Same from both players. Okay, no, to be fair, blue is now blue is going to be the first to know where the enemy is. So even though red was the first to feudal age, blue is the one who is going to be able to use it. Give me this one. We need to produce out of this one as well. This one. So there were a few mistakes from blue, but I would say overall blue is really playing the map really well. So the Lithuanian's pick is a bit strange to me, but the way blue plays and plans is it's not perfect. At least it's very good. Let's see where red's villages are. Okay, they actually managed to reach a better place, so that is fortunate for blue for red. I'm sorry I didn't pay enough attention before. But because red doesn't know anything about the map, like barely anything, he does a very timid dungeon, first dungeon. But I mean, it's good enough. It's fair enough. Then the next ones are going to be better. Okay. A good reflex to keep them inside the dock instead of releasing them immediately. You should also consider making demo ships, demo rafts, in addition to the fire ships. Okay, good. He forgot to make the first. He forgot to make the upgrade in the mining camp. Given how stone intensive this all is, it will make so much sense. Red is struggling to do both things at the same time. That's an excellent exchange for Red. Blue really panicked here. Because sometimes players will think that you have to react to a tower rush, that you have to prevent it or something. And sometimes it can be good. Because basically the thing is that players can sometimes forget about how efficient the villages can be for destroying buildings. But you shouldn't do that all the time, and that doesn't mean that you should always counter-attack with the villagers. Sometimes you just want to let the players do their things and just relocate the economy as well. You don't always need to react. And in this case, when you're fighting Sicilians who have dungeons, surgeons, you can make more surgeons from the tower, then it's not a great idea to attack with the villagers. The great play from Blue would be to, I was going to say to transfer ship military units into red space, but there's not even need for transfer ship. Just send them straight and attack the economy from red. So that red will have to focus on different places of the map. Yeah, you can bet on the winner. I think that I would go for blue, but it will all depend on how well blue is able to defend and to not fall under the pressure. That is what's going to matter. It's very unfortunate that this is not a stone wall. Yeah, obviously. I like the fact that the scouts is still here. That amuses me. Okay, the big immigration. I think I saw that on Discord. The reference to big immigration.
Pronto, Sonia.
Pronto. Yeah, you don't want the villagers to escape. You want them to. You want them back on or something, because you don't know if blue had sent them here, then red would have attacked, and since they are not protected at all, that would be worse. I think that basically blue is mostly player better in terms of optimizing resources and stuff, playing the map, etc. But the problem is that red is a very aggressive player, so sometimes you just sometimes the aggressive player will win over the optimizing quote marks player, because they lose pressure, they just lose their temper, they don't know what to do. Interesting attempt by red, but this the dungeon the dungeon is not going to make it against the castle. I'm afraid. Okay, another attempt. That's very weird. Because even once the dungeon is finished, the castle is going to destroy it. It's going to be wasted stone, honestly. I wonder if the TC from blue is still producing. Yeah, the issue from both players is that they have to focus on different parts of the map, so that's quite of a struggle. So blue is obviously not focusing here. You should see that all the focus is in the south, I suppose. Interesting attempt by red. I think that red is also going to lose his base. So we might have a base swap situation. Because red is probably going to have the full control of they don't care. They are very polite, honestly. They literally let the villagers go. Okay, another emigration, this time from red. Okay, this game is really getting crazy. So in these types of... I think now is really a time where what is going to matter is going to be the capacity to rebuild, to grow in economy. That's really what's going to matter. To make TC especially from blue, because blue is already in Castle Age. So to make an blue. Okay, blue doesn't have a market. Blue really struggles with the wood, so I think that's the reason why for this. Be careful, be careful. Be careful, be careful, no, it's too late, no, it's too late, yeah. Oh no. Wait, what? Okay, made the building now? Maybe? No. No, don't fight them, don't fight them. They're too strong. Go to the TC. It's not that bad. I think the map does not have any upgrades to the surgeons. It could be worse. They do have one. It's not as bad as I think as I thought it was, but it's still pretty bad. Because I don't know how many they killed, but I think they killed 6 or 7. Just okay, and since red is also in Castle Age, we see another TC from red. Blue can destroy this one. I think blue really needs to make... Yeah, blue doesn't have a lot of stone. Blue really struggles with the buff, the building stone. But it's unfortunate because... but as a matter of fact, blue doesn't have the market. And I think that there were no... Yeah, the issue was that blue barely had any lumber camps, so he was forced into going to this one. It was really unfortunate that blue didn't make a quick wall here instead of this one. Like that blue didn't react quickly enough. If blue could have reacted quickly enough, he could have made a house here or here, and it would have been okay. Then he would have got the wood, and he would have been able to make another lumber camp here, for instance, or one here or something, and soon enough to make a TC as well. But anyway, it's not going to take too much time before we see another new castle from blue, who unfortunately doesn't have the upgrades, it seems. The stone mining upgrades. Yeah. Gone. Okay, another small immigration from Red. Okay, Red really wants to finish the work. I think a dungeon would have been enough, because you just need to kill the TC and then do some damage to the houses. That's all you need. Red knew that there was mostly nothing left here, so I think a dungeon would have been enough. I think Blue has the rest now for our castle. Clean the whole area. Yeah, that's what he's going to make. Honestly, he can see the area, so I think it would make sense to make the castle here, to have a better control of the whole place. They don't know what to do. The poor guys. Okay, excellent dodges. But Blue still has only 21 villages. Versus 25. Slowly growing.
Ordini.
Slowly but surely. Okay, new TC from Red, and the location is good. And Blue can also... he might not know that, but Blue could steal the farms, and that's quite some good. So that would be good. Okay, Blue look at these villages, but I don't think Blue is going to... We're gonna see. We could hope for Blue that he would... Okay, he does send some scouts. So that is going to be interesting. But Red has a TC, so we're going to see Red's reaction will be from Blue once he sees the TC. Oh no, they stopped. Ah, that's unfortunate. Blue barely makes any military, but that's also because the homie is very bad from Blue. But it doesn't. Yeah. It's going to tower and attack the palisades. I really noticed that a lot of players forget about Siege, because Siege would, when they struggle with building in particular, just make a few ramps and you should be okay. Even onagers, mangonels, I think. Yeah, technically it's not enough. Yeah, the dungeon I think has a... I thought that the Meganol outranged the tower, but I seem to be wrong. There's still a farmer here. Okay, nice. Blue steals the farm. That's great. Only one though. What am I waiting for? That's quite mob. Where are they going?
Also.
You need to work at some point. Do something. Make a TC, just a TC. Simple as that. Yeah, okay, but also make a TC.
I see.
Okay, to be fair, he barely had the... That doesn't matter a lot, honestly. I think the TC was the priority here. Both players could be winning if they really focused on having the economy grow, having their cities grow. Okay, let's see if this is going to lead to something. Yeah, and I really love the approach from Red, because Red is really in the optic that what is going to matter, yeah, is going to be overpopulating their opponents and preparing their city and stuff. That is nice play from Red. Blue is the one that doesn't know what to do anymore, and he's all focused on destroying the towers and stuff. That's not what matters the most. You need to boom. You need to build again. Make Lithuania great again. Alright, it's all a matter of managing to control all the different places on the map, but as long as he manages to and remembers to use the selector TCT, hotkey and stuff like this, he should be winning. I don't know if there is a hole here. Like, I don't know if there is a... Okay, there is a tree. There is a tree. Because if it's just a palisade wall in one place, then it's going to be weak. Does Blue even have a TC now? Yeah, that's a bit late to think about TC. Also, the TC location is very bad. Like, you could build one here. One on the wood. At this point, Red should have doubled the population. Yeah. I mean, in number of villages. Blue needs to react now. He needs to have a perfect attack, but I don't know how because he doesn't have the military. Or otherwise, he needs to really rebuild and just have the same spirit as Red. But it's starting to look like too late for me. And even if you reach the city, that's not going to destroy your TC. I think I bet on in the very beginning. I think I bet on Red, so I was correct. No, wait. No, I forgot who was where actually. I forgot. No, actually I bet on Blue. Sorry, so I was wrong. But it's interesting because in the beginning, Red was the aggressive one who was all focusing on just attacking, enjoying their stuff, and Blue was the one who really knew the map better, knew different aspects of the game and stuff, but struggled to react against the aggressiveness of their opponent. And now, Blue is the one who is trying to be aggressive, but it's a bit too late. Though he does some damage, but it's not enough. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's better. But that's not enough to destroy an economy. That being said. And also Red still has this. Even with this, Red largely beats Blue's economy. Later on with this in addition. Okay, nice reaction. I think a barrack would make more sense, but this makes sense as well. Yeah, it's here now. I want to accelerate a bit though, because at this point we see that red is really outwinning the opponent, but it would be interesting to see whether blue is going to be able to counter blue or something. That's what is going to matter. Blue is doing the right things now. It's just a bit late. And also, like, blue did several things which were good, but blue didn't manage to do them all at a time. Rebuilding, using the military units to distract the opponent. Blue should be doing this in the same time, not sequentially. The problem is that blue is too focused on the one attack idea, kinda. You're not going to win the game with 4 ladies. Okay, to be fair, I thought he was trying to send the ladies here, which would be terrible. But he sends them in a better spot. But I also think that scouts were actually better in this situation, because he's just attacking the economy, so in this case, the ladies doesn't have anything for them. Scouts would be better. Well, blue has a lot of gold, but still. The ladies are better when they are fighting infantry or cavalry. Not villagers and buildings. Ooh, and red's reaches Imperialist. This is looking very rough for blue. The issue is that blue's economy is really looking okay now. It's really looking pretty good, but it's too late. Blue took really too much time to construct. And also, when you're blue and you have wood and gold, just make siege. Make rams, make meganals. Because the latest is not doing that great. It's just, especially now that there are stone walls everywhere. Okay, what exactly is the play for right now? Castle Legion, I suppose red is going to go for cannon galleons. Red could make some more castle. It's really a pity, because if red were to make a castle somewhere here or something, and even an additional one with traps in addition, since blue is not in Imperialist yet, it could be it would put blue in a very bad spot. when you make a TC next to deers, remember to, especially if you have 4 villages building it, remember to task the
Ordine.
villagers with shift to build the TC next to one deer, then the next deer, then the next deer. And then you can send, and you can shift task them to the resource just after that. Because that's a cheap way to get food. A quick and cheap way. Because it's really a pity to have deers and not use them. In the late game it doesn't matter that much, but still. Ah, and the cannon galleons are coming. But it's not all the economy from blue that is exposed to by water. Blue took a lot of these goals. So once this is finished, we can just relocate to here. What happened? That was weird. The Ghanaians started to shoot and then stopped, and I'm not entirely sure what happened. Like we even heard the noise of the gunpowder exploding. Okay, also attack the villages because you can make a lot of kills given how promiscuous they are. Here. When you're in a situation like this, and you know that your opponent doesn't have any water left, then don't make fire ship. Make galleons, because they are going to be better at raiding. Because these can only win the water battles, but then they are pretty much useless. Unless there are a ton of buildings here, or fortifications, but otherwise the fire ships are just going to stay there endlessly. Okay, so blue relocates the economy, good. I don't know if blue is going to have the mental capacity to play back, to come back, especially since blue has been in a losing position for a very long time in this game. But he could still come back if he had the mental composure and he could outbeat the red mentally or something like this. But it's all going to... What? That was fun. Did red delete this? Or... I'm sorry, I should have paid more attention. They were attacking this one, right? And I'm not sure what happened. Okay, blue is in Claret, so there is a slight... There is a little bit of hope. And also monks are another reasons why galleons are going to be better than fire ships. Because if it were just fire ships, then as long as the monks are just here, just making sure to not be exactly on the shore, then they can convert everything here. Blue does have a decent amount of villages now, almost on par with the red, and also has a ton of gold. And it has a market, so you can buy food and wood with the gold. The amount of stone is a bit low. But alternatively to making the castle, Blue could also focus a lot on siege once again.
Sveiki.
That would be an option for Blue. It's not the best siege workshop, but it's not the worst either. No scorpions, but scorpions are not very useful in this situation. You want to have rams, to have combat cannons, maybe mangonels. That would be rough if red had some damaging shit. The thing from red, which is weird, is that red doesn't. Okay, red was very slow in attacking. Red only knows how to make a big push, like how to make a pudding or something. Kind of looks like a pudding. But red often forgets to create the military. Red has a shit ton of resources, so red will have a huge army at this point. But only has 33 military units, and a lot of these is just ships. Now we see nice attack from red. Red doesn't have a MEL. That's very unfortunate for red. The 46 doesn't matter. I'm not sure these make it. I think this is not enough, especially if the villagers think about rebuilding. That's why you need siege. But red is focused elsewhere. I think red is focused here. Both players are focused on their own attack. I can relate so much to that. The trap works and doesn't know what to attack. Where the trap is forgot. There is no order on where exactly to attack. Red, please notice it and protect the trap. Protect the trap. I think that's what they're heading to. It's a nice attack on both sides. And blue does have some traps, so that is interesting. Blue can actually win the castle battle. No, what are they doing? Attack the villagers! These ones. Okay. But the latest are much more. Honestly, blue is going to be able to defend their base, so it's not even, but red is not. It's not going to be enough for red this time. But red is clearly in a winning position now, so it's all that matters. All that matters is to be able to get the energy to keep fighting, just producing your military units. Like red can make one castle, something like 30 halberdiers. A good amount of siege, of The navy is already here, so no need to produce more navy. Red is okay, but just needs to find the spirit and attack. Red did manage to... Yeah, there's nothing left in red space. Just that this one is stable, but it's no big deal. There's good resistance from blue, but it's not going to be enough. Especially if the trap are trying to attack the ships, that's a weird idea. They could make some work here, but yeah, to be fair, red needs to react in order to... That was a weird interaction. You know what you can do, Red? You can just make a ton of runs. I think just that is enough to win, honestly. Just runs with a 100 years. Forgot about this place, like you could make a TC here. This. I think Red has chemistry already. Wait, yeah, it does have chemistry. Ah, the Sicilians don't have bombard cannon. That is very unfortunate for Red. Blue, you can just... You remember about this, right? Just use the traps here. To be fair, this is funny, so I don't mind. It's all a matter of micro. As long as the red is micro, it's okay. But it's very special because it's not just like the Galen Guardians versus the trap. It's also the monks. So it's a very interesting situation. Red is taking his sweet time. Yeah, Red only knows about big pushes. Doesn't want to make a few attacks here and there and to push in all the time now. Red wants one big push. I like the spirit. It's a nice one. Maybe not the most efficient, but... Calm before the storm. the army of monks. But these are not trash monks. It's not the Bohemian, so it's crazy how much Blue loves the monks. We invested so much in the monks. I mean, no. Well, I hate monks, so I'm fine with this, but I also feel pity because that's important. That's a Lithuanian player. The rule number one in every situation is protect the relics. Get the relics, protect the relics. That's what matters most. And you can give up if you don't manage to get the relics. Might be even a Lithuanian main. I hate this sound. Kill all the monsters. Which they do this position just for this reason. And you can still hear the sounds. And Blue gave up. No. That was an interesting game. I think I slightly preferred it over the last one. Both were nice. That's a Lithuanian. I like how sinusoidal. How would you say that? Like how cyclic it is. That's PiLLow. I wonder what the names mean exactly. Like it's in German, so Pil, but also PiLLow. Like this can mean a lot of things, and I'm not sure what is the main focus. But anyway, that was it. So now all that is left is to give the rates. So yeah, I think it was just as I said for the ELO. I think it was like 1100, even 1000, but I think it was 1100. It was on some regards they were doing some mistake and stuff, but there were also some parts that were good. So for this one, I'm going to say 6 or 7 for even disputed. But I think it was one-sided for a long time. Like Red didn't use their advantage, but still had the advantage. So I think I'm going to say 6. Creativity or originality, I'm going to say there were a few interesting things. They managed to really get the spirit to rebuild. Well, at least Red. Blue to some degree. A bit late, but Blue still rebuilt. And there was the traps versus the ships, crazy things with some micro. I'm going to say 6, something like this. Actions, there were a lot of actions in this game. It's either 8 or 9. Let's say 8. And there were some highlights, like the traps versus ships. There were the different attacks. I'm going to say 3 or something. And the immigrations in the very beginning, there were the immigrations from both players. That was funny. And chat, there was no chat. So yeah, that's going to be it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. It was an interesting game. So next one should be a pure LAL game, I think. Well, I kind of forgot. Maybe I know which one I'm going to cast. I barely remember anything from it, which is fortunate. So I look at the description on Discord, but then I kind of forget, and it's better like this. But plus, I download a few games, and it's not like I download one game from Discord and then I immediately cast it. It's more like I download a group of them and then I cast them one at a time later, so I can kind of forget about the descriptions. But I think the one I'm going to cast next time is going to be a 900 elo. But I'm not entirely sure. We're going to see. See you guys.